I guess ex-Lions running fullback Jason Cabinda is now pretty much starting to make his rounds as a media member. I like him, and he pretty much said that he likes the fact that Brad Holmes and DannCampbell are not compromising their culture for talent. Now, what's so funny about that is that a lot of people think, and check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. A lot of people think they did when they took Jameson Williams. They think, they just took, Jameson Williams for speed no, Jameson Williams is a football player. He's a football player. He's a football player. And I think people don't realize that. I'm gonna tell you when I realized when I really knew he was a true football player, and they didn't just draft him because of his talent, his speed. When David Montgomery ran that ball versus the Los Angeles Chargers, and he was down the field knocking niggas out, blocking them. I'm saying he's a football player. Jameson Williams is a guy that loves football. He's a guy that does the dirty work. And they draft guys that legitimately love football. I don't say, they draft good character guys. You got to remember, James Houston stole a laptop and got kicked out of Florida. My thing on character on a football team, you need a little bit of everybody. You need some rednecks. You need some hood niggas. You know what I'm saying? You need some preacher go boys. And it's not we need 70% of the good guys. No, it don't go that. You need guys that like to hunt. You know what I'm saying? You need guys, because and that's the beautiful thing about America when it go right, is that once you bring everybody together, and instead of people stereotyping people, and you get to know everybody from their background and their communities, it's a beautiful thing. When it's done right, it's beautiful. And that's a football team. We may not all go to dinner, kick it together, whatever, but we get to enjoy each other's background and culture and to be able to communicate. But the one thing that they are prioritizing is that you gotta love football. You can't be going through the motions. You can't just play football and, I just want to get this amount of money and get out, or I really don't love the game. And it's a lot of guys that don't love it. They do it for a means to an end. And that's one of the things that I really, really notice. I really tend to notice about a lot of foreigners that come here, and I'm gonna just talk off subject like Joel Embiid and some of the foreigners that come from other countries here and play in the NBA. They don't care about championships. They care more about the Olympics, but they come here and they just care about financially taking setting their family out. So they're not really passionate about winning. They don't have a drive. It doesn't mean nothing to them. And Brad Holmes is he's drafting guys that are legit football guys. Okay, you might have a questionable character, because they was going to draft James Pierce. They was going to draft James Pierce. And his football character was calling the question. He ain't do shit. He just could be one of those guys. I can tell by his demeanor, he one of those guys that don't take no shit. You do some whole shit, he going to call you out on it. Now, do I disagree with those type of guys? No. Is that me? Nah. No, because a lot of these guys don't have the emotional intelligence to deal with that. They gonna respect it, but if you tell somebody like, man, I know that little whole ass shit you did. I learned in life where I don't have to call out everything you do, because I know 7.5 out of 10 people are not gonna be able to take that constructive criticism in the right way, and they can be emotional. They can flip out. They're gonna hold something against you. You know what I'm saying? I know that. I know that's what comes with the game, right? So you do some hoe ass shit, guess what, bro? I'm just gonna separate myself. I'm not about to argue with you. You know what you did. And if you don't know what you did, hopefully God will help you figure it out. And I've done that with women that I deal with. They might say some shit or do some shit. They know that was wrong. It's you on probationary period. I'm good. Especially if you're dealing with somebody older that know better. There's a lot more leniency when you're dealing with a younger woman. But people know what they done. But nonetheless, I agree with that. I'm always gonna stand on the side of integrity and morality. I don't know if people say it's subjective to each person. It's really not. It's really not. So I'm always gonna stand on that side of it. Don't compromise your principle. I'm telling you, once you start compromising what you stand for money or a fat ass booty or a beautiful face, a nice waist, you start ignoring, you're gonna regret it. I guarantee you're gonna regret it. Yeah, you'll find an exception here and there. You know, you will find the exception, but you're going to regret it. Guarantee you're going to regret it. And that's what I found out in life. So I wholeheartedly agree with them. I love the fact that they stand on business. I love the fact, damn, did he pull him out the car with his hands up? I love the fact that they not compromising what they stand. And I might not like it. Oh, this guy was better than it. Nah, they saying that we want football guys. If you want to love the game of football, we can't fuck with you. And from that standpoint of view, I respect it, because every time I feel like I knew in my heart that I know this ain't right, or I shouldn't do this, or I compromise this for that, I regret it. I may not regret it in the moment. I might look back and say, damn, you know what? I ignored that sign. And believe it or not, that's why a lot of people fail in a lot of aspects of life. Come on, you see a job be like, all right, we can give you $30 an hour. Another job said we can give you 28. You be like, I'm just gonna go with the 28. I'm gonna go with the 30, right? But the $30 an hour job asking for more, asking for you to demand more out of you, right? The healthcare plan, the benefits is trash. You're just looking at the 30. You ain't weighed up checks and balances. Mandatory overtime 28. Hey man, if you want to stay, you can stay. You don't. You know what I'm saying? Benefits package better. Guess what? You get overtime even with PTO, even with holiday pay. You know what I'm saying? You get bonuses, but you just look on the surface level of the 30. Don't trick yourself every time. Every time. So it's always good to look at the full picture. It's always good to wear the checks and balances. And there's gonna be some people that you run into, and I'm pretty sure Brad Holmes is running into, and some guys where he on the fence about, be like, do we really love football, and do we really like that? Yeah, of course. Is he really gonna stand on business and this, that, and the third? Yeah, you're gonna get some guys like that, but some tweeners. So I like the fact of that. But hey, let me know what y'all think. Hit the link in the description. Follow me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Everything inside the link tree. Peace.